being with us this evening. Sorry, we're a couple minutes starting late. One of the neat traditions at Walker that goes back before even Mr. Sigmund got here is the seniors get to hand out these little awards to each other, and it just went a little longer than we thought. But thank you for being here tonight. Quick couple of housekeeping things. Make sure once we start, if you could have your phones on silent. Also, if while the bands are playing, we could not be moving in and out of the bleachers, that would be awesome. Right? Unless you've got an absolute emergency, you can try to take care of those things in between pieces. But thank you for being here this evening. We also, as part of this concert, will do some of our end of the year awards. But everything we do could not be done without your support. And I think Ms. Caitlin Cockrum, I think she was going to try to come, one of our school board members. I don't know if she will make it, but I will brag on her that, like, that set of chimes, you're going to see there's a couple brand new instruments that Mr. Sigmund went with our school board member. We went, hey, here's some things that we need. And she said, I can take care of that. It was a significant amount of money. So we're very thankful to be supported by our coach Roger, by school board. Like, it was awesome. So for some of you are like me, you have a senior in the band, so this is you went from hearing really weird sounds coming down the hall to like, okay, they can actually play. I'm enjoying this. So thank you for being here, supporting your kids, driving in the rain to get to the concert. So we thank you for being with us this evening. One last little sort of housekeeping note that we'll start with some of our awards is at the end of the night, we do have to rack everything up in here, but we don't actually have to roll it over the banner tonight. We just need to get it into the lobby of the gym. So just at the end of the night, that is because of the rain, we'll actually get it over the banner Monday, but we do have to take care of that at the end of the night. So, marching band, that's how we start off our year, right? We're like, oh, what should I do? It's July, I haven't been, your kid hasn't been awake before noon, and I'm like, let's go stand outside in 108-degree heat index. Go Cats, right? But we love what we do. It's such a neat part of the high school band experience. And so this past fall, we went to 2 marching festivals. At the Dutchtown Festival, we picked a show with Singing in the Rain in it and got to march in the rain. And it was fantastic, right? At that event, we did get superiors. We also got best in class. And then we also went and got excellent ratings at the state marching competition later in November. And I do, for those of you that were at family night, it was really neat. I actually have a recording because you guys gave your kids, it was like a 3-minute just standing ovation, and it was awesome. So thank you for doing that. I really appreciate that. But one of the things our students do is they vote. We allow them to vote on outstanding marching band members, 2 for each grade. So we'll recognize those people now. So students, when you hear your name, start making your way this way. Our outstanding freshman marchers were Josiah Stern and Jude Blunt. They are both members of the drum line, right? You did a great job, percussionists. You did a great job. Our outstanding sophomores, as voted on by the students, we have another percussionist and a flute player, Mr. Lucas Levine and Miss Emma Bazay. Sorry, we should have had them closer. All right, our outstanding juniors are 2 clarinet players. One I'm a little partial to, Miss Camille Hurst and Miss Jaden Shakesteiner. And for our outstanding senior marching band members, 2 members of the brass family, got a trombone player and a mellophone player, Mr. Lawton Brooks and Miss Alyssa Thibodeau. That's my baby. All right. The other part of our marching band involves our color guards. We do have 2 outstanding color guard members, and I would invite, I believe I saw her, Miss Brooklyn Bell. Where does Coach Brookley go? Oh, we'll come down here. Right. She didn't want to talk, but she said she wanted to be here down at the awards. So these are our two outstanding members of the Color Guard. Both of them also happen to be captains, and that is Miss Abby Witten and Miss Emma Toulier. And now, at this point, I want to turn things over to the first band that you'll be here performing this evening. It's our concert band. And in the spring semester, we have a student teacher. We work with them, but as quickly as we can, we get them doing the bulk of the teaching. So our student teacher this semester has been working with these guys. He picked this program in conjunction with Mr. Sigmund. Done a lot of great work. So if you would welcome to our, I guess I'll call it a stage, Mr. Will Kemple and then Walker High Concert Band.
Just briefly, I'd like to say thank you so much to Mr. Sigmund, Mr. Hurst, all of the students here at Walker High School and the community as a whole for welcoming me into the city, this high school, this program. I've had such a pleasure being a part of the group this semester. I've really taken so much from it. I've learned so much, and I know my time here is going to stick with me for the rest of my career, the rest of my life. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, to everyone here for the experience that I've had this semester. Along with our marching band awards, a part of it, the student agency and the voice we want to give the students is giving them an opportunity to recognize some of their peers they thought had done an outstanding job this semester in this concert band group. So we have two people that were voted on by their peers, like I said, for this award. One of them in this group is Katie Macklin. Would you please come and be recognized? And the other we would like to recognize is Alyssa Arnold. And the last piece you'll hear on the concert band program tonight is Zigzag. This is one that way in December, it feels like forever ago, Mr. Sigmund, tasked me with programming for this group, and I remember this one sticking out right from the beginning. I knew this was a piece that I wanted to stick with, so I'm glad that I got to play with them. So I hope you enjoy Zigzag.
Before that, we're going to give him a really high dollar gift here. This is a 2026 Outstanding Student Teacher, presented to Will Kimball. In recognition of his dedication and commitment as a student teacher in the Walker High Band of Legacy. And I do want, we have one other cool little thing for you here. The Wilkinsons took a nice picture of you over here. And that day when you were, I think you were interviewing, he had several interviews, but he was interviewing. And we passed it around to the kids, right? Everybody, here it is in this little frame. Anyway, so they wanted to give that to you. at this time, we want to honor our officers that have served this year. They do so much. They're the first ones here, they're the last ones to leave. A lot of times there's setting up the water and so on and so forth after a hot practice, and everybody's wanting to go home, and they're the last ones pulling things in, dumping stuff out, and making sure stuff is in the right place. And not only that, it's all the things. It's the uniforms, it's the music. It's just making sure stuff gets done. So we want to give a big thanks to our officers. And here are our officers, drum majors. They're Jaden Phillips, Brock Pickens, and Allie Cranford. Our band captains are Alyssa Thibodeau and Noah Hurst. Our drum captains, Allie Duplantis, Emery Sizemore, and Hunter Trahan. Color guard captains are Emma Toulier, Abby Witten, and Kennedy Daigle. Our librarians are Amelia Wells, I guess I said that out of order, Jaden Shakespeare, and Carolina Mayu. Sorry about that, secretaries. Secretaries are next, Layla Zarang, Anaya Johnson, and Claire Pewig. Okay, uniform managers, Mackenzie Wingert, Cammie Hurst, Damian Lyons, Adam Stevenson, London Bro, and Nevaeh Ward. Uniform managers. Equipment managers, Logan McMorris, Lawton Brooks, Clayton Watson, Julie Carney, Connor Forbes, Ben Parker, and Lucas Levine. And our servant leaders, Justin Tatum, Braden Everett, Dalton Mayhem, Caitlin Young, and Justice Hegwood. How about a really big round of applause for all of our officers? Thank you very much.
For the next part of our concert, this will be the Symphonic Band. So the Symphonic Band was one of two ensembles that we did take to district assessment at Tiber High School. And one of these trophies is ours. All right. And this one right here, these young men and women have received sweepstakes, which means we got a superior rating on stage as well in sight reading. So give it up for the Symphonic Band. Anyway, so we'll play two pieces for you. Chasing Sunlight, which is a neat little tune by Kate Nishimura, who is a Canadian composer of Asian descent. And then the second piece we'll be playing before we do our last couple awards is Jurassic Park by this guy named John Williams. You might have heard of him. So here's Chasing Sunlight. recognize a couple individual things. I do want to point out, we do have a few students in this ensemble. If you made Livingston Parish, All Parish, District Honor Band, All State, or you did Stately Oaks, or any of those other invitational honor bands, would you guys stand up in this symphonic band? Or, yeah. So if you are unfamiliar with what that means, is that these are students that outside of their own class or at home, they prepared. If you live with one of these students, you're probably like, man, when is this audition? Because if I hear this piece one more time, I see some heads nodding, right? But anyway, so those are students that went above and beyond to try out for some things and make it on their own, and you'll see some more in your other and Wind Symphony as well. So our two outstanding members as voted on by their peers. We have a clarinet player and a horn player, so we got some woodwind and brass action. Mr. Lane Pickens on clarinet, Mr. Evan Aguilar. And our last piece that we will perform for you this evening is Into the Clouds by Richard Saucedo. So I hope that you enjoy it. I also just, for my part, again, I said earlier, thank you for supporting your kids. Thank you for, again, the car rides, the getting to band camp, the getting to, when we have a late night game or a marching contest and you're like, oh my gosh, I had to set an alarm to wake up to drive to the band room at midnight, and all the things that you do. And raise your hand if you work concessions at some point for us. Yeah, woo-hoo, thank you so much for that. Right? Yeah. Because that's, again, we've been purchasing some new instruments, and a lot of that money comes from concessions and different things. So all the different things that you do, thank you for supporting us. So hope you enjoy the last piece by the symphonic band, Into the Clouds by Richard Saucedo.
individuals who have decided to join their college band. Noah Hurst is going to USM, and JC Gutierrez is going to SLU. And so they are, yes. And they are officially, unofficially signing their scholarships for them to be able to play in the band. And I think one of the sentences on there says that they promise to be, what does it say? Completely awesome all the time at the college they're going to. So here they go as they're signing their life away to the college, right? But they're making money playing their instruments. Though it is just a symbolic thing that we do, it is really important to know that there's money out there for our kids that play their instruments. There's several of the colleges have late auditions. I know LSU, for instance. I see a couple of my LSU folks that are up there. Their auditions are a little bit later, so there's several students that are in the band, and other colleges that their auditions are just a little bit later. And they'll find out. So we don't get to honor them here doing those things, but they're making money too. So keep playing your instruments. Keep playing your instruments. It's a really good thing. So as we said, Mr. Hurst said earlier, thank you so much for all of your support here and everything that we do. It is so important. We could not do it without you. The next group, the final group that is before you, is the Walker High School Wind Symphony, and we're going to ask Mr. Will Kimball to come back and conduct his final piece. So please welcome Mr. Will Kimball and the Walker High School Wind Symphony. Wow, super proud of Will and the work that he put in on a daily basis is incredible. Where he was at the beginning, the ability to choose all of his songs that he did, and then to put forth the effort with the concert band, performing with the symphonic band on the first concert series, and then coming over and helping out with the Wind Symphony on this last concert series. So how about one more hand for Mr. Will Kimball. Great job, sir. The group before you also went to district assessment at Zachary High School on the previous music that you heard at the last concert, and they got straight ones they got three ones from the judges on stage, and one from the judge at site ratings meeting. We got sweepstakes ratings at district festival. Congratulations. Our next piece, The Grace of Being, has lots of moments where there is only one person playing, whether it's one person at a time, alone, or one person in that section. If you look real close, you might be able to catch some of those moments. At the very end, I'll have all of the ones, I call them, the one part type thing, to stand up, and you can recognize their greatness at the end. This is the piece, basically, is just an anthem for the fact that we all are different. We all are different, and there's all parts. And you know, I tell them lots of times, I'm so glad that we don't all have the same personality, that we all like the same things. It would be a very boring world if it was all like me. And so I'm really happy that we get such a mix of people. And then this is what it sounds like when we do that with music. This is The Grace of Being. I'll tell a story. I looked up one day in class while I was conducting, and I went to cue the first person sitting on the part. Happened to be in the trumpet section. And I went to cue the first person, and the first person, Ben, didn't have his horn up. And I went, but I looked and saw Carolina sitting next to him with his horn up. She plays the same part, but it said one, and that's automatically assumed that's one, that's the first part. But come to find out, Ben pretty much said, hey, Carolina, you play this one. And so she did. And so I made this really big deal. I was like, wow, I just want to recognize the fact that happened in here, like the really unselfishness. Are y'all with me? The unselfishness. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Come to find out, like all of the first chair players in each of the section of the trumpets, like they did that. So I just wanted I was so blown away, like it brought tears to my eyes to know the unselfishness of my musicians that are here behind me, all of them. Give them a big hand. And unfortunately, there is the odd number of trumpets. And I know, yeah, so Jaden didn't get to have one because there was only one, but Jaden still needs a round of applause. Yes. If you were in all parish, district, or state honor band, can you please stand for this group? There you go. I want to thank you for the fact that you're sitting there, not complaining about the really hard bench that you're sitting on. And that being said, it would be really nice one day if we had a nice theater to sit in with seat backs and cushy seats. Anyway, hey, we have the power to do that. Y'all with me? We have the power to do that. Just let our voice be heard. Let our voice be heard. Listen, we're thankful. We're thankful for what we have. We're definitely blessed. However, Livingston Parish does need a place for the arts to go. Outstanding. Okay, yes. I'm like, Mr. Hirsch, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to announce my outstanding members for the Wind Symphony. There's so many. I have to make sure I look at my list and say the right ones at the right time because there's so many of them. Our Wind Symphony outstanding members are Ben Parker and Dalton Maiden. this point, we'll ask all of our seniors to come forward, please. We'll get in our ABC order up here on the front. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I need to change my iPad to remind me what to do. Mr. Hurst is absolutely right, y'all. Have a seat. I was jumping the gun. I had like some worse to give out. All right, my fault. My apologies. All right, we have 6 senior awards. All right, our first award that we give out is the Big Stick Award, actually, for our outstanding senior percussionists. And so as Mr. Hurst gets this out, there was a president that said, walk softly and carry a big stick. There it is. There's one, and then there's the other right there. Our first winner of this Outstanding Senior Percussionist Award is Miss Allie Duplantis. Our second recipient is Ms. Emery Sizemore.
I know her!
Yes, you do. How about one more a round of applause for our Big Stick Award winners. The next award is called the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence. This is actually presented by the Marines at the Senior Awards ceremony, but we kind of steal the glory here. We do it here, and we print up our own little certificate, but they should get one from the Marines themselves. The criteria is that they are a senior, that they're first year in band, capable of performing as a soloist with the band, and an outstanding young citizen, and that's Braden Everett. The next award is given out also at the school senior awards ceremony. It comes with some type of award, like a sort of a medallion, I believe, that the school buys for this award. But again, we're going to steal the glory here. We're going to announce it here tonight. The person receiving the band department award was truly a servant to the band program. He's been an officer in the band, serving as drum major. There are many times outside of school he made himself available to help the band and never once complained. In his life, he displayed character, commitment, confidence, and competence in all he did. In essence, Jaden Phillips was a model band student for his 4 years. And he deserves the Band Department Award. That was a drop the mic moment. All right, the next award is called the Director's Award, and this is for outstanding service to the Band of Legacy, and that goes to Mr. Weston Baird. The next, yes, one more round of applause, sure. The next award is the Patrick S. Gilmore Award. It was named for the legendary 19th century bandmaster. Sousa, John Philip Sousa, called him the father of the American band. And it was Gilmore's band that started the familiar tradition of greeting the new year in Times Square. Gilmore was known for grandiose performances and enthusiastic promotion. As a matter of fact, in 1864, the 1864 inauguration of the Louisiana governor, he enlisted a brass band of over 500 and a chorus of 6,000, a battery of artillery, 50 anvils, and the church bells of the city. So this award honors qualities of superior musicianship, enthusiasm, and dedication to the band, and that goes to Justin Tatum. This comes with an award. He gets an award but we also have a plaque that goes in the band room with his name emblazoned on it. Pretty awesome. The last senior award is the John Philip Sousa Award. It's a national award since 1954. We've done it here at Walker High School since 1976, so that was 5 years after I was born. I did not choose it, by the way, okay? John Philip Sousa was the premier American bandsman who was elected in 1976 to the Hall of Fame of Great Americans. He's well known for his marches, including Stars and Stripes Forever and Semper Fidelis. He was not only a renowned composer, but was also a strong supporter of school music programs. This is the most prestigious National Band Award for seniors for superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, cooperation, loyalty, and other qualities our band program strives to impart, and that's to Noah Hurst. All right, I believe at this time, we will now ask all of the seniors to come forward in ABC order. As we're giving them their pictures that we made for them that was in our hall. And it has, on the back, it has a piece of paper that most of the students signed some special little things to them. And there's also a Band of Legacy alumni sticker. If I can have the rest of the band go ahead and come on up. Both bands come join Wind Symphony. Wind Symphony can stand. Our final thing that we're going to do tonight is to sing our alma mater. As soon as everybody gets in place. We typically do this on Friday nights after we get in back from the stands. We watch our video, we celebrate, we get called to attention. The final thing we do is we sing the alma mater before we go. Here we go. Sodo.
Spread your name both far and
Once again, we thank you for coming out and always supporting the Band of Legacy. Y'all are wonderful. Y'all are dismissed.